Hey, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the official podcast. I'm your host, Pope837, and this is our first episode of 2023. My goodness, man, I had a blast, man. I don't know how your New Year was, how your Christmas was, but I hope you guys had a wonderful time, and I hope you enjoyed everything to the max, I hope you spend time with family and friends, not getting wasted, but, having a good time, you know what I'm saying, with family and friends. You know the drill. Yeah, so this is our first episode of 2023, and feels like yesterday, man. Feels like yesterday. Last year was a whole lot of different vibe, man. The podcast reached like different countries, man. We were in South America. Let me see. Let me just pull this up. I show you that we are traveling the world. Just with this podcast, we are really traveling the world. We are moving places. So I was checking the analytics, and it's funny how sometimes when something just starts small, you like, there are times when you just think like, probably I'm just wasting my time, But, here we are today, man. It's a good feeling, and I just can't thank you enough for the wonderful stuff that you guys have been showing, amazing experiences, Thank you so much. So, we reached Zambia was topping my charts of the most listeners, man. Shout outs to you guys. Zambia, Kuchalo. Thank you so much. We had United States, we had South Africa, we had Turkey, we had Kenya, we had Brunei. Brunei, I know there's a friend there in Brunei who listens to this podcast every time. Thanks to him. I see you, bro. Yeah, I see you. So it's Eswatini, Botswana. We have Serbia, Croatia, Finland, Hungary, United Kingdom, Canada, Italy. It's a lot, man. Thank you so much, guys, for making 2022 an amazing year. Thank you so much. I'm truly, truly grateful. The Be Official podcast is growing, day by day. We're getting bigger, and I just can't thank you enough for the wonderful love and amazing support you've been showing, I think this year we're taking this even way too much, Jupiter, Satan, whatever. We are breaking out of the galaxy now, So thank you so much, guys, for such an amazing and wonderful year. And it's been a great one, man. Truly been a great one. Let's see how we take this one further, Let's see. First episode, and feeling sick. I have tonsils on my neck, so don't mind my voice. I was contemplating whether I should do this podcast or not, but again, I had to just rise up and shine and show up, because there might be somebody who is ready to listen to something. There might be somebody who's already feeling some type of way despite getting into the new year, so I had to come in and just show up. Let me just take a look if this thing is recording. Okay, I think we're recording. Yeah, so it's a beautiful year, man. It's a beautiful year. A lot of resolutions were made, people. That's the thing with the new year. Every time somebody has to come up with resolution, that kind of stuff. But by the end of the day, resolution is not, man. It's all about how are you getting up in the morning, man? Like, what type of attitude do you have? Are you the type of person to be beat down? It's okay to quit, right? Quit, but tomorrow get up with a different attitude, Don't just quit and sit. Nah, quit. Tomorrow is another day to conquer the day, So a lot of resolutions people were making, and all those resolutions that you were creating, by the end of the day, those need actions. Not just to be written down. Those need actions. all the time. You need to put in the actions. Without actions, by the end of the day, trust me, there'll be just resolutions written down on paper, right? Just like the way we were starting this podcast, it was it was an idea that I had, right? But I was always waiting for the perfect time, like for the perfect time all the time. Like I was just waiting for the perfect time. But the podcast just started with me and Director D recording on my phone. That's how the podcast started, you know. And since then, I think it's been just a different attitude. Like this, every time you're waiting for the right time, trust me, that time never comes, man. That time never comes. I feel you need to be in an environment where, especially your mind has to tend to think different than anybody else, right? Like you're the one who's in charge of your life. So you need to have a different mindset. Like think on how you can achieve certain things, you know? I had a discussion today with Dimitri. Shout outs to Dimitri. He's my producer guy, my friend, my brother, you know, and yeah, he's an artist too. Check him out, Dimitri. Yeah, we had this some conversation of just having an attitude of always being on, like always thinking of how to better yourself, because nobody's coming to your aid and just like give you dash you money. Trust me. We were laughing, saying, you know, the world is so cruel to a man without money, and that's true, man. That's true. And you gotta put yourself in a position where the only handouts that you want are opportunities. Like those are things that move you. Those are the things that entice you, because if you're always waiting for somebody to come and take you off, trust me, it's you wait for forever, you know. And this ends up being in a place where now you start blaming people, you start all the hate, the envy, and the jealousy because you thought people would come for you. You know, you thought people like would give you something, and that doesn't happen. Like it just doesn't happen, man. So you ought to create a lifestyle for yourself. You ought to create a lifestyle for yourself. 2023, let there be a different whole ball game. Let it be a different vibe, you know. Just go in with the mindset of just being a go-getter, all right? Like set everything. Don't mind that's the train passing by. Yeah, the train is passing by, you know. So it is what it is. Welcome to my world. So yeah, you need to be in a place where you just set yourself for success. Set yourself for the opportunity that's coming, because if that opportunity comes, you know, we always crying to God, no, God bless me, da 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 da. Like there's all these things that we ask God to do for us, right? But what are we doing for ourselves so that we are aligned with Him? Because it only comes down to how prepared you are. If you look at the story of David, right? David was being prepared when he was going to, you know, every time he was going to being the shepherd of the sheeps, he was being prepared in that area when he was fighting the bear, when he was fighting the lion, when he was, you know, using the sling and all that kind of stuff. He was being prepared, and the opportunity presented itself. Guess what? He slayed the giant. So, are you willing to slay the giant once it's presented to you? 2023, different focus, different ball game. You gotta make sure that your mind is straight, man. Hey, I had to set the record straight. I had to set the train straight. Shout out to O'Neal, man. O'Neal has been streaming from Brunei. Every time I see Brunei, I see O'Neal. Man, shout outs, man. Miss you, brother. Miss you so much. Shout outs to you. And yeah, so let's kick in. Let's see how what we have today. So today the song we are breaking down started Konse. To everybody listening from outside, it's that's Chewa. I don't know if some can put it as nyanja or whatever. It means everywhere, like MTN, everywhere, right? So in this song, I am talking about me telling people everywhere I go about God's goodness and mercy. and how he's been so good to me that sometimes, you feel unworthy of the love that God gives you. You know, I think every time that's something that really hits me, when I just sit back and when I'm just in this whole different atmosphere of me being alone, I tend to think about the times he's really taking me out of stuff that I thought I couldn't be out of. Like he has made me cross over seas, storms, you know, um, like all these mountains that I thought like were just too huge for me, that were just too big for me. And so I always just tend to sit there and just say, yo, I'ma tell everybody of your goodness. Like everywhere I go, I'ma tell everybody of your goodness. Whenever, whatever opportunity that I get, I'ma tell everybody of your goodness because he has done so much for me, man. And he keeps on surprising me and shocking me every time. So 2023, I had to open up with this song because I just want to thank him for the whole 2022 COVID time. 2020, 2021 has been a whole different vibe on its own. We've been through a lot, man, and some people have left us. And here we are today. So we just gotta. I just wanted to give him all the glory and just be grateful, and I want to just proclaim and spread his love. Because we are all here because of the product of love, and this is the perfect song to start the year 2022, produced by Fusa all the way from Uganda. Shout out to my boy, my man, my guy from Geekstead Music. This is a whole different vibe. So today, let me just begin from the intro to the chorus. So the chorus goes, Konse, nyanja naye. I'ma tell how he saved me, took me and showed me mercy. The time I was thinking of, like the time I felt of being like I was undeserving of his love, man, he showed me way even more than I ever thought I would receive, like, well, we are filthy, we don't deserve to be we don't deserve his goodness and all that kind of stuff, and that's when he even shows and showers you with more blessings and just more stuff on your life. So the first verse goes, he knew me when nobody knew, he got me and made me so new, took me up and gave me a view, gratitude every day I'm going to show. So there's that song we sing at church, right? If my Zambian folks will relate, right? Kuli, Aniduba, Ani Kwizika, Ani Su. So that song simply just symbolizes God taking you from the ground, lifting you, and washing you clean and putting you out there. So this is the state I was just being grateful for him because he took me through that phase, of just like, getting me through all these trying times and, showing me his goodness and mercy. Then the pre-chorus goes, Ndikulupirira Yesu, ndimtamainta wizonse, Yesu wale wachifundo, ndimtamainta wizonse. So yeah, my voice is cracked up, man. Don't mind my voice. But anyway, it's always like this. Yeah. So it's just me saying I'll always believe in him. Every time that I'm I'll always trust and believe in him. He's a God of mercy, and he's always listening and he's always there for us. I don't know if I say that right, but yeah, I think I have. I need to learn Chihuahua, man. But yeah, I try. So verse 2 goes, they threw debt, but I grew from it. Showed me the way and I followed it. That's why, how you blessing me. Took all the shame from all over me. There are people in your life that always want to see you fall, always want to see you down, always want to see the bad of you. Not every smile that you see is happy for you. Not every smile you see is happy for you. it might be family and friends too, man. Especially those family and friends, because not all the scars that you have are from your enemies, but the people who are close to you. So it's not everybody that's happy when they see you elevate, right? Especially when they saw you during your hard times. Not everybody is happy when they see you elevate to a certain stage where God has put you, all right? They always try to be just to wish you bad, But with God, man, God always just shocks people. There's just this beauty thing that He really does, because you can never stop God's grace, man. You can never stop God's grace. All the time that He shows up, darkness just goes away. And there's just so much beauty. No matter how much people have planned for you, like if it's not your time, man, it's not your time, And if it's going to bless you, it's going to bless you. Nothing will ever stop God from blessing you, man. Not even anybody close to you. Trust me. That's why they say God is not man that He should lie. Because if He was a man, trust me, I think nobody will still be existing right now, So He's a generous God. He's really a generous God, man. Yeah. Made me so new they cannot believe. Noni suka, that was a relief. Your love you give and you never leave. So He washed me, cleansed me, brought me to this stage where I am at now, like being fulfilled and, just looking so brand new that everybody who thought you were done, and now they're getting shocked, like, how? How? If people ask how, just know that it's the wonderful miracle waking God who is waking, He's a God of miracles, man. These are things that you cannot explain, you feel me? These are things that you cannot explain. So He'll keep shocking and surprising those people who thought you were done and you're not done. 2023, man, we're going in hot. We're going in hot, man. I thank you, God, for the life you give. Forgive me when I was so naive. You showed me love when I didn't need. Then the chorus comes in. It's so funny how He always, like, He's always there for us, right? And sometimes we feel like, no, I feel like God, trust me, sometimes I felt that way, right? Like where you feel God is far away from you, like you feel like He's not listening to you, you feel He's abandoned you. But in actual sense, man, that's just us. That's just us, man. God is always there, man. He never leaves. He's always there. It's the guilt and shame that drifts us away from Him all the time. It's always that feeling of, not feeling unworthy of the love that He's giving you and all these things that He's showing you, that you start drifting away from Himself. And if He's done good stuff for you, man, share your testimony to somebody. You may never know who you're gonna help, because the only thing that you have right now is your story to tell. Like how good He's been, man. I was at the stage of suicide. I wanted to, like, this is something that I always just heard about this. And here I am today, man. I would be not here. So I'm always just grateful and thankful for Him. And everywhere I go, and I'll always just proclaim His name, man, because He's the God of all gods and kings of all kings. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. That was Konse we're breaking down. And I pray that it blesses and touches your lives and speaks to your soul. Shout outs. Thank you so much to everybody who's been showing mad love support. Yeah. For whatever that you need, go on www.popen837.com and get yourself whatever that you want. This year we're going big, man. We're going big. Just want to say thank you so much. And stay blessed, guys. Happy 2023. Peace out. Sayonara.